there a lot of traveling there?
Some years are more than others, yes.
Is it like buses or what, like vans?
No, I know. I just didn't. It's because I was stressed. I didn't know where it went. So I wasn't tracking him. I have figured out why my phone isn't working. It doesn't work when he sets up the VIO because it's syncing to the VIO. So then I gotta turn my Wi-Fi off to. Did you check it on YouTube? Do we have sound?
If something happened and she streams it, thank you.
I don't have it coming up on YouTube yet.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, well, good. Hello, everyone. We are here at Waukee. We're trying to get our audio going.
I think I've got a headset working, and we'll find out here in a second if you can.
And I'll shut up.
Sarah up on the ladder again, as always. So this is going to be JD Day, Tuesday night, here at Waukee. White. Waukee will be charging cable.
I'm going to give him the coaches for a lineup.
Don't keep it. Don't bring it. We have cameras.
All right, let's switch over to the other one then. Go grab the pink bag. We'll switch over to a different audio till he goes. I think we're going to have Zyler in goal. And then as soon as I line up here, we'll start.
Give it to. That's all Waukee.
This pink bag.
Yep.
Here.
All right, we are desperately playing. Pick is a little blurry. Oh, now they can hear me. Okay. Thunder coming out onto the field, and I will be giving you lineups just as quick as I can. Zyler Cox in goal. You're trying to pick up some numbers out there. I see Charlie Callan. Connor Perkins. I believe number 2 is sometimes he can have mine as well. Okay. So the numbers don't always line up with reality on this. I am trying to figure that out. Zyler Cox is going to be defending the goal to your left. And it looks like his defensemen are going to be Joseph, Kyle Morris? Nope, sorry. And, yeah, the numbers are messy at best. Trying to figure that out. Number 2, right. So I believe this is going to be Chase Adelano takes that face off. Finley Cox is out there with him as another midi. And Hudson McVeigh is out there as another midi if the numbers are right. Waukee does a run-on, run-off, or face-off, run-off. And they're setting up on the far side. I don't know if they... All right, so Waukee comes in, takes a shot wide, and it's sticked away by Zeiler and out of bounds far side. Yeah, 25 is listed as Hudson McVeigh, one of the defenders. He's got the Waukee player back on the X. Waukee works it around to the far side. Up top, and I believe he's got Hudson McVeigh working him on the defense. They can try and come in, work it around back behind, and the ball hits the ground. Trying to figure out the numbers. We're in a different video spot. Joseph comes out, long pole defender. Waukee players. Zeiler nets one down. He's looking way upfield. He's got Finley Cox, Connor Perkins. Zeiler sends it long, and it goes over the top, working for Zeiler. Nope. Working for Finley Cox, 64 is Connor Perkins. Yeah, I'm not sure that number 5 is right. I thought, yeah, that is Finley Cox. Okay. He's working back in behind the X, behind Waukee's goal. Flips it out to the near side for Ryan Fadley, who's trying to work inside. He gets 2 defenders, pulling him to Carson McKee. He gets it to Charlie Callan. Callan gets it to Trent Severs, who takes a shot, but it's sticked away. Waukee tries working it to the outside, and the refs are going to blow the whistle. I think they're going to be pushing somebody. So that was Trent on the shot, but not goal. Waukee flips it to their goaltender, who works it up the center, and it's on the ground. Where Ben Hardikoff is going to pick it up. He works it for Joseph. Kyle Morris sends it forward, but it hits the ground for Waukee. Finley Cox picks it up. I'm having a little problem seeing through the players here in front of the net. And Waukee has it back on the X with Ben Hardikoff on defense. Waukee player slips it by him, and he is taken down hard by, it's listed as number 8, and I don't have who that number 8 is. I do apologize, trying to get this figured out. There's a flag on the ground, and it's obviously on us. Shot, Zeiler blocks it away. Good save. Another flag is down. Ball's loose. Played by Charlie Callan, and I believe these penalties are going to be enforced. So we're going to put on a couple of different. Ben Hardikoff comes off. Trent comes off. Trying to figure out who's out there. And I do apologize for this. This is just ugly announcing, but don't have quite the clear line of sight I was hoping for. Roman Bacchus is out there. So Gavin is 0, not Ben?
Well, for tonight, Ben's not playing.
Okay.
So Gavin is running 0.
Okay. That makes sense. Trent's, 29 or 39? Yeah, 39. Trent's 39. So they're going to enforce 2 penalties. Trent C. and... Yep, thank you. So Callan, Sams, and I'm trying to spot our other midfielder. We're going to be down 2. Waukee's going to be on the attack while the penalty is assessed to Connor Perkins and to Joseph. Left blow the whistle, and we can Waukee working around the side, near side. Looking in, try and get somebody in, and they're able to get one on the goal line against Zeiler. Was able to work that in. They had 2 extra attackers, so not much we can do. So that frees one of the penalties, or trying to. Yep, I don't see anybody left in the penalty box. Your attackers are going to be Charlie Callan, Connor Perkins, and on the far side, I believe that's going to be Ryan Fadley. On your midline is going to be Trent Severson, Chase Adelano, and the far side is Hudson McVeigh. Chase is going to take this face off. Ref is set up. And it's free. Chase swats it far side and picks up the loose ball. Chase advancing down the field. Gets in the corner to Ryan Fadley. Fadley trots it in behind the net. Tries turning the corner. Shoots wide. And Kyle Morris and Charlie Callan are after that one. Kyle Morris working back on the X, back behind the goal. He's looking around. He takes it out to Ryan Fadley. Fadley on the far side with a long poleman trying to influence his behavior. Fadley flips it back in for Kyle Morris. Morris back to Fadley and gets run into by a defender, and it's loose. Fadley comes up with it, and it's back on the ground. There's some raking for it. Kicking for it. And it looks like Morris picks it up. Morris coming around with speed. Tries turning it back around for Charlie Callan, and it hits the ground. Hudson McVeigh has it. Nope, I'm sorry. Chase Adelano has it. Flips it across for Connor Perkins. Perkins is going to take a run. He tries a sidearm and hits the goaltender, who deflects it away. It's going to be back to us. Fadley comes in off the end line. He's back in behind the net, looking for some opportunity. Flips it for Kyle Morris, who shoots just a little wide, but a good read by Fadley, spotting the open Morris. Morris just couldn't get a straight shot. Connor Perkins up top. Perkins to Callan. It's on the ground. Severson's pushing through, but Waukee comes up with it. He's got Adelano in pursuit. He crosses the center line. I think he's going to get it's going to get touched. He tries. Didn't say anything, sir. All right. So I lost track of the play there. I apologize. Chase Adelano thought that I had something useful to say, but I, as usual, do not. Zeiler flips it midfield, and it's on the ground. Picked up by a Waukee long poleman. He's going to come in near side. He bounces it, but it's on the ground, but Waukee recovers back on the far side. And he's got Chad Fox on a number 8, Chad Fox. Hudson McVeigh forces the grounded ball. Waukee picks it up, and Hudson forces another ground ball. Waukee picks it up, but not before they were highly motivated. Trent Severson, the defense, Waukee sends it over the end line, and we're hearing yelling people timeout. We're not sure it's been hit. All right, Waukee in from the end. Bringing up the near side. This is Severson. I see Ben Hammond out there. Connor Perkins out there. Looks like Severson's going to be the point defense for the Waukee, who runs it. He tries to spin it. They take it to the far side, and it's on the ground. It goes out of bounds. So Carson McKeever comes on for Trent Severson. We work it forward for Chad Fox. He flips it back near side for Roman Bacchus. And they get it in near. And that, the players thought it was a goal, but I believe we had called timeout prior to Ryan Fadley getting loose on the run and putting that in the goal. But all right, so the clock still shows 5 minutes on the board, but no, it hasn't been moving in quite a while. It's like being on the taser for 5 seconds. It just takes forever. Waukee is up 1-0. We were being told that they couldn't hear us, so we just switched to what we know. All right. Apologize for that. Yep, Jody. Once we plugged this in, Jody said she could hear me, so we're just making sure all our equipment's working. So where we're set up is near the scorer's table and kind of behind the Thunder bench, for lack of a better word. So I don't always have the clearest view. And Jody says we're still good. Thank you, Jody, our one fan. Sarah up on the ladder as usual. Normal no uniform 0 Ben Hardikoff not playing. So Gavin Schmidt running the number 0. Mr. Hardikoff, of course, the engineer making everything, the magic happen with Sarah. I just talk. All right, so out of the timeout, Fadley, Morris, Callan heading downfield. Next line, Severson, McKeever, Kyle Morris are your middies. I believe this is going to be it's listed as Hammond, probably Chad Fox, and Roman Bacchus as our defenders. Zeiler in goal as usual. And the ball's in play. Kyle Morris here at the near side, working around the center, trying to get a corner on his player. He's got a second defender come out of him. He looks inside for Trent. Trent tries finding Charlie Callan, ends up on the ground, but it's picked up on the far side by Kyle Morris. Morris is going to work in. Looks for Trent. Trent dodges a long. Pullman shoots. Their goaltender's able to knock it straight up in the air, but Trent with another shot. We're being told 40 seconds if you didn't hear that through the headset. Callan out up top to Morris. Morris trying to work in behind his defender. He sees a shot goes wide, just wide, with Carson McKeever in pursuit. McKeever off the end brings it in to Charlie Callan. Charlie Callan, defender, puts him in the ball on the ground. Morris picks it up. Morris to Callan. Callan back to Morris, and time runs out. Give me a moment to look. This is finally not a windy day, so I'm able to put papers down without them headed further off into Ankeny. So scoreboard allows me to track missed shots, and I'll try and keep up with those. Trent's had a couple. I'm not sure how they're running lines and replacements, but all right, I am told I am back live and need to control my language. So Zeiler is going to be defending to your right now. We'll be scoring to your left. Zeiler heads back to his goal. He's got Hammond, Bacchus, and Zane Waters back there with defense. Looks like Chase Adelano is going to take the face-off. Trent's going to be the far midi, and Hudson McVeigh is going to be the near midi. Your attack are going to be Ryan Fadley, Connor Perkins, and I'm trying to pick up the far number, and I believe that's going to be Charlie Callan. Chase is going to take the face-off. Drives it and ends up with it. Chase picks it up. Nicely done. Okay, so we get a fair to advance, and it's going to be Waukee's ball. All right, so Waukee's advancing. I believe they got time. Oh, Waukee players still out there unmolested by any Thunder player, which is a fun choice of words, but so Hudson McVeigh comes out and they flip it over to this near side where Trent Severson is going to be out at point. Waukee player tries using a screen to get around him, and Hudson McVeigh picks up off a screen. Chase Adelano out on point. Waukee staying very wide. He tries working around Chase. Chase forces him out to the outside lane. Waukee brings it back out. Pass around to the near side. He's going to come in against Trent. He tries to spin and runs into other problems and is forced to move it back out. Got backed up by Bacchus there so that the Waukee player couldn't slip around Trent. Chase. All right, so we forced over the end line, but Waukee picks it up. They're going to trot it around with Bacchus shadowing him. They throw it over to the far side Hudson McVeigh is going to be watching with a long pole. Waukee player tries spinning around Bacchus and doesn't. And gets the whistle for fair to advance. Great defense. Hammond sends it forward. Looking for Severson. It goes out of bounds with Connor Perkins. Waukee picks it up. Gavin Schmidt has come on. So that was Ryan Fadley on the defended inbounds pass. Broke that up, and it's picked up and advanced by Connor Perkins. All right. So around the far side, Connor Perkins. And it gets loose and goes out of bounds. Gavin Schmidt comes off. Morris comes on. Finley, Waukee advancing. Finley Cox defending. He runs into Ben Hammond and it's on the ground. Hudson has it with a long pole and he's advancing. A couple of Waukee players hacking at him. He's still moving. He flips it in close for Fadley, and Fadley has to scoop it up off the carpet and keeps working it around. Charlie Callan ends up over the end line. All right, so Morris has come on. Waukee tries sending it up the field with speed, and no one's going to play that one for a little bit. I believe Ben Hammond's trying to keep it in play for Zane Waters. All right, Waukee's going to bring it in out of bounds. That's Zane Waters on his defense, long stick. He tries sending it in center, and it's on the ground. Waukee player tries sidearm slinging it, can't quite get away with it. They pick it up and take it out. Working it to the far side, where the blue Morris is covering him. They pass it across, bounce pass it across, and he's going to go straight at Finley Cox, and they try and work it around the backside where Zane Waters is coming. They're trying to rotate it all the way around the far side. Back up front. I believe that's Chad Fox, long poleman, coming out to present. Waukee player tries to get off a screen, runs into a couple of players, and it comes loose. And they're able to get it to one of theirs back in behind the goal. Waukee tries getting it through the middle and just can't keep it going. But they've still got the ball as they work around. Thank you, sir. All right, Waukee working the perimeter still. Zane Waters keeping the Waukee player out. He tries flipping it over the top. Gets to the far side. Straight out front of the goal. Missed pass by then. Finley Cox chasing him down. Ball still loose, right out of bounds. And I believe Waukee's going to call a timeout. So still curious why Tig isn't going in. Stop me. All right. So Hudson McVeigh has his helmet off on the sidelines. He's being looked at by a Des Moines University professional. But we are going to be... The connection is poor. I was just notified. And I just got a chirp in the headset, whatever that means. All right, so Zeiler is defending to your right. Zane Waters. Waukee's going to try and work it back. And Waukee called for the illegal screen, and it's Thunder ball. All right, so the ball's loose and rolling towards the Waukee, and Waukee long stick picks it up. But they reverse it, and they're moving quickly down the field up against Zane Waters. They run into Tig Sams. Pass from Zeiler to Tig. He picks it up on the run, and he's taken down hard and pops right back up. Waukee trying to work it around. Shot by Waukee goes wide. So my son, the hockey player, I'd still be down crying. All right, they're trying to work in. Waukee's trying to work in and off the back line. Rome against Roman Bacchus. He forces him out up high. Finley Cox on the defense. Shot goes wide. An effort by Zeiler to keep it ours, but ends up being Waukee ball. So Waukee's able to work it around the perimeter, but they're just not able to get it in tight for the shots, even though they are up 1-0. All right, Waukee tries to work it around the far side. He's got Roman Bacchus long working him out there. They cross the field with Zane Waters. Long Pullman on this side, keeping them out. Waukee shot, bounces. He tries bounce past it, goes up high and over and out of bounds. We're being told there are 3 minutes left here, so that would be 3 minutes to half. Waukee trying to get it inside, and Zeiler picks that pass off. He looks way long, looking for Fadley, who was trying to break free of his defender. Fadley trying to scoop it off the ground. He picks it up, and he's got some room. Fadley had a nice pass. I believe that was to Callan, but just couldn't get it past the goaltender. But it was a real nice work by Fadley picking it up in the corner. Real nice read that he had a line, but somebody else had a better one and tried flipping in the inside. Waukee's going to advance it up the far sidelines. And they're trying to work it in. Our defenders put it on the ground. There's some raking going on, trying to pick it back up. Shot, and Zeiler intercepts what would have been an inside-out pass. He decides to send it forward for Sams. Adelano went to pick it up and got pushed, so it's going to be ours. All right, we're advancing. Kyle Morris to Adelano. Adelano coming forward to the far side. Puts it in the corner. Minute and a half left of this. So this is Callan. Callan comes in, tries to put it in the stick of Morris. Waukee gets in the way. And their long Pullman is trying to advance with Sams after him. And he passes it away where Chad Fox comes out on the defense on the player. Waukee player looking for an opening. They come around the far side and back in behind the goal. Roman Bacchus working him around. Shot Goes wide, and Zeiler pins it down inside his crease. And he's going to pick it up. He sends it out. Hammond looking long for Fadley, but overshoots, and that might be over the end line. Gavin Schmidt comes on for Sam's. Waukee's goalie tender sends it up the field. He's trying to turn the corner on Bacchus Waters. Zeiler blocks another one. And we're just about to run out of time as Waukee tries to take it out to the perimeter with Chad Fox pursuing him. And that's the end of the first half in the second period.
Hey, jog off, boys. Come on now. Hey, that's awesome. Fire. Let's go. I was going to say the last one. He's going straight to the chest.
It's open.
Watch out, there's a hole there. There's a hole there in case you're wondering. Sorry about that, buddy.
Oh, no, I should have known.
All right, we are coming back for the start of the second half, third quarter. Zyler looks like he's going to be defending to your left and will be scoring to your right. Yeah, I know. Zane Waters, Roman Bacchus, and trying to get that other jersey. Faceoff's going to be Chase Adelano. He's got Connor Perkins and Chad Fox out there with him. Adelano takes it. He's going to bring it up the near sidelines as he's getting swatted. Ball comes free. Fox comes to scoop it. The Waukee player comes to him. Waukee Longstickman moves up. Come to the near side. They're back in behind the goal. All right, they are trying to get it worked around the top, but again, Ankeny has been able to keep them out of the pressure areas, giving them the area to roll around the outside, but not able to come in and get real good pressure on Zyler. And Zyler stood tall, and there he blocks another shot. It's downfield for Kyle Morris, but on the ground, Waukee picks it up. Joseph forces a ground ball. All right. All right, so Joseph picked up a penalty on that. And that push, but it was, and Waukee brings it in. They're moving forward. There's the whistle. And Waukee has to get a touch. And I think they're going to come in against Bacchus, or Zane Waters, excuse me. Top, Trent Severson out there. Waukee misses a pass, and it goes to the end line. But, all right. So I think we've eaten up that penalty, and we're moving forward. Zyler sends it. Connor Perkins taking it upfield. He gets it to Ryan Fadley. Fadley's on the far side trying to walk around his defender. He's getting swatted for his efforts. And Fadley's able to shoot and score. So despite being beaten by like a rug, Fadley's able to come around from the far side and score. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out who we have as middies. It looks like on the far side, Connor Parkins, Chase Adelano taking the face-off. Looks like near side's going to be Ben Hammond with a long pole midi. Your attack is going to stay Joseph. It used to be. Ball's on the ground. It's left behind. Waukee picks it up, and they're going to advance. With Ben Hammond working him. Shoots blocked away by Zyler. Another nice save. All right, Waukee trying to come in with speed. And I'm trying to get you some numbers. They get touch, and they work it back out top. See Carson McKeever out there. McKeever working hard to keep it. Shot. Save by Zeiler, he sends it forward looking for Connor Perkins, but it comes loose, and it's ball's still loose on the ground. Waukee picks it up, running the wrong way. Nope, they're running the correct way. My mistake. Shot, and I'm thinking that one made it in to Zeiler's left side. And that puts Waukee up 2-1 here in the third. All right, trying to get you some numbers again. So your middies are going to be Chad Fox, long pole midi. Chase Adelano is going to take the face off. And I believe that's Finley Cox on the far side midi. Defender's going to be Ben Hammond. Here's the face-off for Adelano. He goes to pick it up. Waukee kicks it. Chad Fox tries to pick it up with that long pole and can't. I'm trying to figure out who's got possession, and I'm not sure anybody does at this time. It pops free. Flag goes up. Shot save by Zeiler, and it goes out over the end line. We'll see what the call is going to be. So Finley Cox called for the slash. We know that Hudson McVeigh left with a wrist injury. All right. So Waukee is going to be starting this straight out from the goal when the ref blows a whistle, and the ref blows a whistle. Going to go to the far side, and he's going up against Ben Hammond. Waukee works around the near side. They miss a pass thanks to Hammond and Roman Boxes' tight defense. And Boxes is going to get it off the end line. He gets it to Zeiler, and Zeiler's looking upfield, he's walking it upfield. Errant pass. Waukee tries to work it forward, and they tangle for it. And Waukee misses another pass over the end line that Ben Hammond was the closest to. Over the end line, Zeiler. And Zeiler sends it long, but it's for Fadley, but it's picked off by a long stick for Waukee, who's advancing forward. And Finley Cox coming out. He took his man down, but the ref flag came out, so I'm not sure the ref approved of that play. And it's turning into a little bumping and running, and a second flag comes out as players roll to the out of bounds, and that might have been Gavin Schmidt, and we'll see who gets sent. The Waukee fans very excited about this. All right, so I think Finley Cox is going to take a knee here at the scorer's table. And I think he's going to get joined by Gavin Schmidt. All right, so we're going to be down 2 for 30 seconds and then down 1 for another minute and 30 seconds after that. So Waukee has been taking advantage of the man advantage. All right, so you see Zane Waters. I see Chad Fox out there. Waukee, they take a flip inside, try and work at the far side, and they're able to get one past Zeiler. So that's what, unfortunately, happens on the power play. So there's still going to be a man up after the expiration of the first penalty. Adelano goes out to take the face off. Going to have Chad Fox on the far side, and we're just going to play that missing midi formation. Fadley, Morris, and Joseph are your attack. Adelano prepares for the face-off. Comes free, and Waukee picks it up, and they're advancing. They've got the man advantage. Roman Bacchus on the defense forces a shot that goes wide, and it's over the end line. Waukee brings it in over the end line. Far side. All right. Waukee works around to the near side. He does that angle shot and into the body of Zeiler, who sacrifices for the team. Waukee gets a shot, and it's broken down by Chad Fox. And it's in play. Zeiler walking it forward. He sends it long for Kyle Morris, and it's going to be over his head and over the end line of the far end. All right. So I think we're back at full strength. There's 1 minute left here in this third period. We're down 1-3, Waukee. Waukee back in behind their goal. They get it to their goaltender. He sends it up his near side. And he's coming with speed, trying to beat Gavin Schmidt. He gets time, and Schmidt forces the ground ball. It's picked up by Trent Severson, who is moving fast. He takes a good thwack. He flips it. Back to Gavin Schmidt. Ends up on the ground when they were looking for Fadley. And Waukee's able to turn around, and they're on the attack. He's trying to push through Zane Waters, and it goes wide and over the end. All right, so that's going to be the end of the third. Waukee is leading us 3-1. Zeiler has been fighting them off, but can't fight them all off, especially when we're down 2 players at times. And nobody moves. All right. That's one way to handle it. All right, Waukee's coming out. Thunder still in the huddle. All right, Zeiler's going to be defending the goal to your right, and will be scoring in the goal to your left. His defenders look like are going to be, well, Evan Brem, number 4. Haven't seen a lot of that number so far. Roman Bacchus and Ben Hammond. Chase Adelano is going to take the face off. The near midi is Finley Cox. Far midi appears to be Connor Perkins. Let's see if I can get the attack. Kyle Morris. Joseph. All right, face off. Goes high and Waukee collects it. And he's on the move. He's kind of got him. Finley Cox trying to got him trapped in midfield and trying to take him out of bounds, but he's able to get in. I'm not sure if he's reached time yet. Ben Hammond working them back on the end line. Waukee player backing behind the goal. And he's still running, and Ben Hammond is still working him. He tries sidearming one past Zeiler. It hits the ground, and Waukee rakes into the goal while the loose ball. And that puts him up 4-1. All right, so Finley Cox is going to be one of your middies. I believe that's Connor Perkins on the far side with Chase Adelano taking the face off. Shoots forward and Waukee tries to pick it up, and they do. And Finley Cox forces a ground ball. And there's some raking and smacking for it. And Chad Fadley forces a ground ball when Waukee tried to pick it up. It gets golfed forward, and still nobody's got it cradled. It finally comes to a Waukee player who flips it to his goalie. His goalie sends it forward for a long stick, and he sends it forward. All right, Trent Severson. Now. All right. Ben Hammond working the far side, and Waukee sends it out to. Let's go! Waukee well outside, but he's going to come in with speed against Finley Cox, who prevents that from happening. Cox flips it to Trent Severson. Severson moving forward with speed. He shoots and it goes wide. And I believe Ryan Fadley is going to be closest to that. Finley Cox comes off and Charlie Callan goes on. It is on the far side, and Callan runs right to it, picks it up, takes a couple of thwacks for his efforts. He gets it to Connor Perkins. Perkins works it inside for Fadley. Fadley against a long poleman. He's trying to come in close. He sends it back for Kyle Morris. Morris is back in behind their goal. Looking for somebody to open. He's going to trot it out. He sends it across, but it's picked off by Waukee, and their long poleman's going to advance with speed up the near side. He throws it to a teammate. They work it back in behind the goal. Waukee's going to shuttle in a couple of new players for a different attack look. with Roman Bacchus trying to keep the Waukee player out of the danger area. It's picked off by Zeiler, and he's going to walk it forward. He sends it forward looking for Joseph, misses. Waukee picks it up, and they turn it around. Waukee player in from the near sidelines, and he draws a couple of defenders. And the ground ball is picked up by Trent Severson. He's going to advance. He moves, shoots it for Morris, can't quite connect with him, and Waukee's goalie picks it up with Morris pursuing him back outside the crease. Their goalie sends it forward, and it's on the ground and rolled forward. Still being raked around. Connor Perkins picks it up, and he's going to race it down the far sidelines. He sends it back for Charlie Callan. Callan tries to get around his long pole defender. He splits a couple of defenders, bounces it, but it's blocked away by their goaltender, and Waukee tries to advance it. Thunder try and force it to the outside, and it's out of bounds. We send it in. Connor Perkins. I'm told there's 6 minutes remaining in this game. Connor Perkins goes to the far sideline with the long poleman adjusting his traffic pattern. He sends it for Fadley. Doesn't quite connect, but Fadley's able to recover it. Fadley sends it back inside. Can't quite pick up who he was sending it for. Pile Joseph and Charlie Callan. And Waukee goaltender advances it. Gives it to one of their long polemen at the middle, who he sends it long and misses the goal and over the end line. All right. Waukee's trying to advance it, but Connor Perkins, Waukee gets it, and he's got Ben Hammond trying to stop him. Zeiler picks it up. He hits Chase Adelano on the run. He does a stop and go on his defender, and then runs into a long poleman, tries to wrap him up. He puts in the corner for Morris. Morris is coming in harder on the goal. Out to Fadley. Fadley tries a low shot, goes wide. And the referee calls time. There is a player down, and the Waukee coaches and the Des Moines University physical therapist head out. All right. So that Waukee player stands up. So in power. That's a good sight to see. He was All right, so we're going to be taking it out of the corner after the injury stoppage. Looks like Adelano is going to have it. He's going to trot in, try and lose his defender. Fadley sets up a screen for him. He comes over to this near corner. He gives it to Fadley. Fadley tries to work it around the far side. Tries a over-the-shoulder shot that goes high and wide, and I believe that's out of bounds. Adelano's going to pick that up. Adelano coming in. He's here at the sideline looking for someone to get it to. He's trying to shake his long poleman. He runs into traffic, and the ground ball's forced Waukee picks it up. And I believe that Kyle Morris on the defense kept them from launching it like they wanted to their offensive players. Adelano's out with Callan coming back in. Kyle Morris coming in trying to find a seam, and he ends up with a couple of defenders pulled to him. He comes back out to the sideline. He goes up top for Connor Perkins. Told there's 3 minutes left. Perkins comes out. Severson gets called for a screen. Moving screen, excuse me. He's trying to free up the ball carrier. So they have to keep it in the time area because to keep the play from going so that they don't just stall out the end of the game. And if they have possession of it. All right, they pick it up, and they're bringing it in, and they're being told that Roman Bacchus trying to keep them out. And they've got it back far side. All right, Bacchus knocks that one down. Zeiler picks it up. He gives it to Connor Perkins up the far sideline. 1.5 minutes left. Perkins still trying to work his defender. He tries getting it to Morris. Morris tries going over the top, and their goaltender is able to knock it away with the help from the frame. He picks it up with Morris in pursuit. It's on the ground. And their goaltender moving up the field. Fadley comes after him. He passes it, but it doesn't go to target. It's being raked for. Carson McKeever out there. Perkins. It's out off the far sidelines for Waters. We're at 30 seconds with Ben Hammond advancing it. Long pole. And he finds Kyle Morris right in front of the goal, and Morris dumps it in. And that puts us at 4-2 with very little, 5 seconds left. And we're going to run out of time. All right. So, Morris ends our scoring at 4-2.